Before we get into today's video, if you would like to become a monthly donor to Easton Banks Learning and Life Center, click the link in our description box. It will take you to the Mighty Calls website where we have our profile, and from there you can become a monthly donor. You can either donate $5, $10, $20, or $25, and that will help our organization as well as our youth development programs. Now let's get into the video. Hey guys, Eric here in the garden, actually at the school garden. Thank you guys so much for coming back for another video here on our channel. We're so excited to have you. For those that have already become a part of our channel and you're following our journey every single week, thank you for coming back for another video. For those that are new, welcome to Easton Banks Learning and Life Center. I'm Eric, one of the education specialists for Easton Banks, and I oversee the Project G.R.A.P.E program. GRAPE stands for Growing Readily Available Produce Everywhere, where we go around our area, our community, teaching youth how to grow their own food. You can hear that I'm kind of out of breath. We had our garden session for this week with a new class. These were, I believe, 12th graders. They never really been in the garden before, and so this is their kind of first time here, and I really have to teach them how to be careful around the plants, because I see that they kind of stepped on the onions here. Right here, you could tell that one of the students stepped on them. I'm actually going to take you guys around and show you everything that has been done so far in the garden, and all the things that are to come in the next few days. So let's get started. Since we're already here, let's discuss the garden in this area. So over here we have onions and garlic. We have about 30 onion plants, and I would say roughly 50 garlic plants just in this one area. We have garlic growing everywhere, but just in this one area, we have roughly about 50 garlic plants. And as you can see, they're getting bigger. Today will be my last day fertilizing them, because I just feel like that should be enough. I don't want to give it too much. I mean, I may wait until like the second week of April to let that be the last fertilization that we do with the garlic. I'm not sure yet. I'm still thinking about it. But as for now, we're going to go ahead and use some fish fertilizer on the garlic, because it's doing better. That last time that we applied fish fertilizer, you can tell there has been a tremendous change, because all the garlic are starting to get more leaves. They're getting a little taller. The base around each garlic is getting thicker, which is perfect. And one of the things that we did, that I had some of the students, because we had about close to 20 students today, a few of them were over here removing weeds, and we discussed with them the importance of removing weeds from around your root crops, and how root crops tend to like to have minimum competition with other plants. So that's one thing that we did over here. Moving towards, I have no sun. Oh my gosh. Moving towards our compost bin, you can tell that a lot of change has been happening. It's browner towards the bottom, and I need to add more water because it's drying out. And that's really good. I think I'm going to put all of this brown material towards the bottom, and I'm just going to flip it. In the beginning of this video, you have already seen me planting some lettuce, and I believe they were cauliflower plants. Some of the students started on that process, and I need to come and water them. These are all the lettuces. That's some romaine lettuce, and I do believe these are cauliflower. If they're not cauliflower, they're either Brussels sprouts or broccoli. We had labels on them, but I don't know what happened to them, so we won't know what they are until they get bigger. And the students also just, you know, trimmed up the edges of the rows with the spade here, just to make it look neater and more, what's the word I'm looking for? More pronounced, I guess, could be a good word. We just wanted it to look more uniform. That's the word. We wanted everything to look more uniform. So we still have some work to do on these other rows. I don't know if I'll plant it out today. I probably will go ahead and do so. But we have more collards that I do want to get planted. So I'll go ahead probably today and go and get that started. But all these other 3 rows, we have so much more work to do as far as cleaning up, adding compost, and all that good stuff. I'll probably have the other 2 classes this week start on removing the weeds from these rows and getting them looking more neat. But we have to get more compost, so we probably won't add compost just yet. I do believe that during this semester I have to, and moving forward, take more time to you know, inform and just discuss with the students that it's important to be not only careful but also gentle. There's nothing wrong with being gentle, and that it's very important to be gentle so that you don't make mistakes and you don't hurt the plants. And I feel like anybody and everyone can use that advice, that it's okay to be gentle, it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to be ready to learn something. Because like I told them today, I may not know everything, and that's okay, because I'm here to learn alongside you guys. And so I like to keep that, you know, that learning spirit in me, because if you don't, then you'll never grow. And I always want the students to be able to grow and succeed in life. So that goes out to you guys too. Don't be afraid of being vulnerable. Don't be afraid of being gentle, because you can learn so much in that space. Okay, right here at this table we have tomatoes. Other students, I told you guys again, we had at least 20 students, so I had students in every part of the garden. In this particular area, we are in the greenhouse, and the students potted up tomatoes. I'm going to add a little bit more soil around the base of some of these tomatoes because I want them to be able to stand up tall. The students did a pretty good job. We had some students that learned from their parents about transplanting tomatoes, and some of them learned today on how to do just that. I'm going to go ahead and finish potting up the tomatoes in this tray, and then I do need to do these tomatoes as well, and also do the labels so we know what type of tomato is growing, so we don't get confused. Because some of these tomatoes we're going to plant out into the garden, some we're going to give out to community garden members at the Stevenson Vine Project Community Garden. And then if we have an excess, which I'm sure we will, because look at this, we're going to sell. And so all those funds that we accumulate are going to go right back to Project G.R.A.P.E. Now, moving into our last section of the garden, we have this row over here. Now, this row, I'm going to show you in a second. This is going to take so much more time to actually clean up and remove weeds and add more compost and extend. In our previous video, I did show you guys this row. Some change has been done because the students did work on it a little bit today. But let me show you, because it's so much work more. It's so much more. I can't speak. It's so much more work that needs to be done in this area. You can see all these dead plants here. I do want this bush removed. It has to be gone. It does nothing for us, and it just takes up space. I want all of this gone. Some of the students did work on this today. It looks better, but more of the big weeds do need to be removed so we could put down cardboard and put compost on top of that. Or we may not have to do that. I think what we're going to do is remove all of these woody, all of these woody plants like that, so that we can get our motorized weeder and just cut up all these weeds. And maybe that way we can put the compost just on top of all of that. I think that's what we'll do. And we really have to get these types of plants up, because once they get bigger, these, I don't know what kind of plants these are, but they tend to have thorns. And last year when we had tomatoes over here, if you go back in our video, you'll see how big the tomatoes got. Behind the tomatoes were those thorny bushes, and I pricked myself a lot. Again, if you go back to our videos of a few weeks ago, I would say a few weeks ago, not too long ago, before the frost came, when we had the kale, Swiss chard, and lettuce over here. I think that was back in December, before it got really, really cold. The plants took off. Like, they were so huge. That was some of the largest kale and Swiss chard I've grown yet with the students at any garden that I've been at, and they were doing wonderful. So hopefully that area does great this summer, because I do want to put corn. I want to put corn, squash, green beans back over there. We did that either the first or second year. No, it was the second year. The second year of us being at this garden. And that corn, that was such a great harvest of corn. Last year's corn was horrible. We didn't get any kind of harvest with corn last year. And I'm not sure why that was. I know one was because of the aphids. For some reason, the corn didn't have enough nutrients, I'm guessing. And then the aphids attacked before the corn could even really grow. So hopefully we have a great growing season for corn this year. And I feel like if we put it back over on that row over there, on the other side where we just came from, it would do better, because it did that same way last year. I mean, what was that, 2 years ago, I think. But yeah, that's everything right now in the garden. I am going to go plant snap peas right quick, and I'll be back. Alright, you guys, that's the video for today. I just wanted to give an update on what's been happening so far. Like, we're really getting moving right now. I will be putting a cover over the leafy vegetables that we are planting out, because I don't want any of the cabbage moths or any type of pests to go and eat the plants that we just planted. Since it is warmer out, I'm sure all of the bugs are coming out now. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure to follow us on our socials. Facebook and Instagram is EBLLCINC. That is our username, our handle. On TikTok, it's Project G.R.A.P.E. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, comment, share this video, comment, and click the notification bell to be notified of when we drop new videos. We will see you guys later in the garden. Bye.